He could literally say a word to me and I'd be like, and that's just how, like, that's what love does to me. I'm literally so awkward. I hate this.
What the finch?
Hi. You know what my biggest pet peeve is when I say I'm gonna do something and then I don't do it. So I started this vlog channel and I was like, I'm gonna vlog more, blah, 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 blah. And have I? No. But we're gonna talk about it because I never wanted this to be something stressful. I always liked this because it was like the real, fun, totally authentic me. And it's also something that people don't always see in my videos and in my podcast because I'm a lot more serious and I'm seriously like a weirdo. So I wanted to do this, but then I think I just got busy with like other stuff, like other parts of my job, and I couldn't edit these. And I think I just kind of stopped. And really, I'm not doing anyone a service because I love vlogging and I like it for my own memory. So, okay, I'm gonna actually like later on get into a bunch of updates, like some pretty exciting and interesting updates about my personal life, about my channels, about my business, about everything. But first, I'm just getting ready because I actually need to go to Target. It is 7:45 in the morning. I went to base camp at 5 a.m. like a psychopath, and I need to go film something at Target, like a really quick thing for this coupons.com app. So I'm like filming a little video that they can use as an ad that's just like, here's how you use it. It's actually a really cool app. You literally download it and then like any store that you go to, like grocery stores or Target or like Walmart, they have coupons for things just in the app, and then you buy the things and then you scan your receipt and then you literally just put your PayPal account in and they like reimburse you the money to your PayPal account. It's pretty sweet. Not even sponsored. I just like it. So I'm going to do that. So I'm gonna start this vlog, but then I'm gonna sit down when I get home from that and actually like update you on some stuff. My skin has been so bad lately, like so bad. But part of it is I think I got this dermaplaner, this like a little razor thing, and I like razored my face and I think it made my skin blow up. Oh well. Also, hello and welcome to Adrienne needs to buy her eyelash serum again because my lashes are nubbies. Little noobs. They have like gotten so short. Whoops. But at least I'm not paying for the upkeep of lash extensions. Also, like, welcome to procrastination. I've known about this video. It's a 1-minute video that I have to film at Target. I've known about it for like months and I've just put off doing it. And the guy was finally like, are you gonna do this? And I was like, yeah. It's so easy, but it requires going somewhere, and it also requires like being kind of awkward in public, like filming myself literally in a store, which I don't like doing unless someone else is with me, because then, hello. Because then at least we're both being stupid and looking stupid. But you know what? Gotta get that coin, so whatever. It's cool. Guys, I rearranged my room literally again. If you guys know, I've like rearranged this 1,000 million times. This was how it was before, and then I switched it to like being over there and my bed was here, and then I switched it back. I even put up my old pictures, which it's been so long. So basically I'm a huge fail and like have redone my room 1,000 times. Actually, I redid the whole room and then put it right back to where it was before. Sick. Okay, OOTD. I've been like loving putting on these little chokers lately. I just like how they look. Sweater, ripped jeans, and even though my pants aren't even gonna show in this video clip. And then literally I was wearing these fuzzy socks because I like to be comfy when I'm at home. And I was just like, you know what? This is a look. I don't even care. I'm wearing these out, baby. Yeah. Oh my god, speaking of white shoes, I need to show you guys the weirdest thing. Okay, so these are some of my favorite new like platform sneakers. I need to clean them, but I think they're super cute. They're like cooler than my Air Force Ones, honestly. But get this, when I went to the Dominican Republic, Morgan and I did this like buggy riding thing, and I stepped on literally, I don't even know what it is. It's not poop. It's literally like a sea creature or something. And this stained the shoe so bad. Like I tried everything to get this off. I tried bleach, I tried magic eraser, and this is just like stained on there. I literally have to like paint the sole white. I don't even know how I'm going to. These shoes are pretty much ruined, but I just thought it's so weird. Like what could it possibly freaking be? I don't know. Whatever. Alright, I'm in Target. Basically trying to find the aisle with the least amount of people so I can film this clip. But who knew this many people would be at Target at 8 a.m. I think I finally found a quiet corner, but I needed to show like products that are grocery store looking products. Oh man, why am I so shy? What's up, you guys? Today I'm gonna show you. So here I am at Target. I'm literally so awkward. I hate this. I'm literally out of food, so I'm buying this for lunch because I'm going out of town this weekend, so I don't want to get groceries. It's gonna be good. All right, well, I'm back from that painfully awkward trip to Target. I guarantee this brand is gonna come back to me and be like, you needed to be talking more at Target. And I'm gonna be like, because I'm just planning on doing a voiceover because I felt so uncomfortable. Like, and I've heard Target people get mad at you for filming. So I was like, nah. It was very awkward. Anyway, I'm gonna make some food now. It's only 9:20 in the morning, but I'm like starving. And I already had 2 breakfasts. I'm gonna make this beef and broccoli. It's a little early for it, but I don't really care. Gonna see how it goes. Oh, a large meal. I'm gonna have leftovers. This is good though. It's only like $7 and it'll give me 2 meals. Okay, this actually looks bomb and was so easy to make. Like, huge fan, highly recommend. I think, wait, I haven't tested it yet. One sec. Taste test. This is the beef and broccoli. If you couldn't tell by the beef and the broccoli. Okay, very good. Oh, I'm sorry, that was gross, but that was so hot. I could probably add like some garlic. It's still really good. Could have been more garlicky. And then I got the spring rolls. Taste test. Ooh, they're really good. They're not crunchy on the outside, which is weird, but they're good. Hello and welcome to my humble abode. I don't know what my hair is doing or anything else. And it's really cold in my room. Hello and welcome to my room. I'm cold, so I'm sitting here with a blanket. Okay, time for some updates. So hi guys, I know it's been like a little while since I posted on this channel. I was so excited about this channel when I made it, and I still am. I think that like, I just want to kind of tell you guys like where I've been at with both my personal life and my business and my YouTube channels, because I feel like things have just changed and they constantly are changing. But something that I realized is that I'm, instead of like sulking about it and feeling bad that I'm like not being consistent, I should just talk to you guys about it, because obviously you probably would want to hear. I don't know, maybe you don't, I don't know. First, I'm just gonna talk about like, I guess the work side of this, of like what was going on that makes me just kind of struggle with prioritizing. So again, I made this channel. I was so pumped about making this channel, and I just kind of wanted to start over fresh. I used to have a vlog channel, if you guys know, and I transitioned it over to my podcast channel, and I privated all of my old vlogs, which like makes me sad, but at the same time, I think I just wanted to start over fresh. And I really, the whole reason that I started a new vlog channel is because I get told all the time by my friends who are also YouTubers and just by my other friends that like people who are watching YouTube who watch me literally have no idea who I really am. Like, I'm the same person on camera, but I'm the like so weird and goofy and like not serious at all. And I feel like the topics that I talk about on YouTube and in my podcast are more like serious or informational, but I'm like just the biggest weirdo. And people always tell me that like my personality is what is hilarious and what's gonna like get me everywhere in life. Like, I'm just so funny and my energy's good and I'm weird, and I'm not trying to like toot my own horn. Literally all my friends tell me this all the time. They're like, you're literally so hilarious, and YouTube like doesn't get to see that. And so I kind of thought like, yeah, they're right. Like, I don't really get to show that part of me online. So I wanted to make this new vlog channel where I could just do whatever the heck I want, have fun, be weird, and also just like show my personality, but also show you guys into my world, like into my businesses, trying to grow them, being an entrepreneur, being a YouTuber, like being a female who's navigating life in Los Angeles, you know what I mean? So I was really pumped about that, still am. I think that what ended up happening that was a problem are 2 things. Number 1, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to like editing and storytelling and comedic timing and music and cuts, because I went to school for screenwriting, so I'm like a huge storyteller, and that's what I do, and it makes me cringe when I just post something that's like not edited well or like not telling a good story. And so I think that I would film all these clips, but I would always think way too above and beyond. I'd be like, ooh, I can do this with the editing, and I can like do this video about that. But what would happen is, because I'd be thinking so big, I wouldn't end up doing anything. Like, I have so much footage. I always have so much footage of things where I think really big. Like, I have some cinematic idea for something. And this goes with my other YouTube channel as well, where I'll be like, I should post 2 videos a week. Like, I know I can, I'm gonna post 2. And then because I'm like wanting to post 2, but then I get busy or I get overwhelmed, I end up posting 0. Instead of just like settling for posting 1 a week and actually posting 1, I'm like being ambitious and I'm like, no, one is not enough, I should do two, and then I end up posting none. So it's the same kind of concept with this. I'm like, no, I need the editing to be good, I need it to be like a funny story, I don't want it to be boring because it won't get views, and then getting views is like important, and then I end up not posting at all. So that's my first problem. And I just realized, like, I was talking to someone yesterday who watches a ton of YouTube, and she was like, I don't care about the editing. Like, I appreciate when the editing's good. I say like, wow, they really tried. But like, I could just sit there and watch you literally do anything like in your life and I'd be interested. And I was thinking, okay, maybe I just need to like not worry so much about editing, or at least not let editing be what stops me from uploading vlogs. Because that's silly. Like, if I can get a vlog up like this where there's like not a lot of editing and you guys like that, then that's way better than me posting nothing, right? So I think that's number one. And then number two is also, I think, just like, I have my feet dipped in so many like different aspects of business. I have my YouTube channels, I have my podcast, I'm trying to build a mini course, I want to like coach people, I have a business coach. And you know, there's like all these different avenues I can go down, which is such an incredible opportunity. Like, I feel so happy and blessed that the problem that I have is like, I can do anything and I don't know which one to choose. But something that I run into is that because I like doing so much, I sometimes lack focus. Like, I always tell myself, you know, if you, and I tell people this on my podcast, if you dedicate like 90 days to literally anything, but just one thing, and you hyper focus and you do everything that you need to do for that one thing, you learn the skill, you make the connections, you reach out to people, you practice, you whatever it is, for 90 days, like, you can become a master and an expert. Like, in a year, you could become, you know, whatever. And sometimes I feel like over time, I feel like I've been doing these things for so long and haven't become this expert, haven't grown that much, my income hasn't like changed dramatically. And that makes me feel like it's because I'm spreading myself too thin across different things instead of like hyper focusing on one. So I'll get really excited about something. Like, when I started this vlog channel, I was like, yes, I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be consistent because I love it. Yes, yes, yes. And then something will happen where like, another project will come up that I'll focus on. I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna make a series on my podcast, I'm gonna rebrand it, and I'm gonna like do all this research, I'm gonna like do interviews every single week, you know. And so then it takes the time away from this. And then I'll do the same thing with my main channel. Like, okay, I'm gonna post twice a week and it's gonna be super good quality, like all these cuts, all these storytelling, I'm gonna do these month-long like challenges and this and that. And I'll get inspired in each of these categories at different times, and then it'll pull my focus from the other thing. So that's something that I've just been like personally struggling with, and I know that I'll be able to kind of figure it out. A part of it is just that I am a very well-rounded person. I love a lot of things. And so something I just have to figure out is like, is it worth really spreading myself across all these things and not fully being able to like excel at one? Or is it time to kind of shift my priorities and, you know, podcast, YouTube, but like really just like podcast, YouTube, and vlogs? And then the other thing is, do I need to delegate something? Like, do I need an editor for my main channel videos or for my vlogs, you know, so that I can actually like be consistent with them? These are all just things that come up in my mind that are roadblocks, but really they're just like excuses. It's why I am not consistent. And so I had this moment of realization the other day where I was like, dude, I really do want to be vlogging. I want the memories, and I think that I get to share with you a lot funnier side of me. If you guys follow me on Instagram and watch my stories, like, that is the weird, real, raw me. Like, I'm never fake in my videos, but if I'm talking about like iPhone apps, I'm not gonna be like the weirdest person on earth, like laughing. I'm like explaining something to you, you know what I mean? So I want to be like my real raw self and really show you guys that, which is why I want to like come back to this channel full force and just like upload when I can upload, but you know, have it be stuff that I think I'm so afraid that like, oh, people don't care, people won't watch it, or like if the views are low, I'll be like, oh, it's not worth putting in the work, I'm like wasting my time. And that's just like honestly such a shitty thing about YouTube that makes you feel that way, because I never want to feel that way. I don't care about numbers, I don't care about whatever, but when I'm having to prioritize like what is worth my time, like can this grow, can this turn into something awesome and help people, or can it not, like then the numbers affect my mindset and I'm like a rag doll, like being pulled each way. But anyway, I'm back and I'm gonna do this. Like, I just saw a fuzz and I thought it was a spider, but it was just a fuzz. But I'm back, I'm gonna do this, and I guess what I just have to do is like not put pressure on myself. Like, I need to not stress if I'm not consistent, but I also just need to really sit down with myself and think about my why. Like, why am I doing this? How can I make it more efficient? Can I delegate editing? Can I just like not edit as much myself? I need to just be not a perfectionist. I need to just upload videos like this that you guys want to see. So I'm just gonna give it a try. I'm gonna give the whole like not editing as much as I usually do a whirl and see what happens. Okay, my other update is like a more personal one. I also think this is not an excuse or anything. I think it's just like these things all happen kind of simultaneously. I like went through a pretty heartbreaking breakup-ish thing in October, and it just like messed with me emotionally for a little bit. It's so weird. I'm like such a different person in a relationship versus like work. Like I'm such a strong-willed, like happy, like positive person, and when it comes to love and relationships and emotions, like I can just break. When I love someone, like I love them, and it is so hard. Like change is so hard for me. It's so hard to let someone go even when I know they're not right for me, and it makes me do crazy things. It's like I can know that someone's not right for me, like this person was just not right for me, but like I loved the crap out of them regardless, and I just like didn't want it to end, and I wasn't letting myself like let go of it, and I'm still kind of not. But not to the point where I'm like sitting there like I want them back, because I'm smart enough to know like that is not healthy. It was not a good relationship. I mean, it was. A lot of it was good, but a lot of it was like not healthy. So I'm smart enough to not sit here and be like, I want to be back with him again. But it really was just like draining me for a long time, because I really loved this person and just like really cared about them. And whenever something like that happens, it can just affect my entire mood. Like, it just made me feel so empty. Like even though work was so fulfilling and I was so happy doing my job, and I always refocus all that negative energy from a breakup into like working out or like achieving my goals, because that all like helps me stay distracted. But this one really just like messed with me for a while, and I just didn't have closure that I needed. And it was just so funny because people look at me and they're like, you are literally like the strongest boss woman ever. Why are you letting this person like control your feelings? Like he could say one thing and I'd be like I would feel it so hard. Like he could literally say a word to me and I'd be like and that's just how, like, that's what love does to me. And it sucks, but it's also human, you know? Like it's just so funny that there can be such a contrast between your attitude and your emotions in like your life versus in your relationship. And it's crazy how much control over your emotions like one person can have. And I mean, I've gone through a lot, so like with guys and with relationships. And so when this ended, I told myself, I was like, Adrienne, this isn't your first rodeo. You've been through a breakup before. It's gonna suck. You're gonna be sad. But then eventually with time, like you're going to be fine. And that's exactly what's happening. Like every day that goes by is better and better and better. I am leagues better than I was like back in October and November, December. And like, you know, I still struggle with it sometimes, and it's just confusing because this person is not right for me, but it's really hard to let it go. And anyway, I just felt like being like raw and honest about that, because I think it's something that people don't see on social media, with me at least. Like I've been public about relationships in the past, and this one was not public, mostly because like it was kind of a weird situation where we were never officially together, but we were totally together, and I was pretty insecure about the status of our relationship. Like I was really deep into it, and I think he was too, but it still was like I didn't feel secure. Like I felt like I could get hurt any minute, which felt super terrible, and I didn't want to like blast that all over social media. So I think a lot of people don't know that that was kind of going on, and you know, it was pretty unhealthy, and I thought that I needed to leave for a while, and I just didn't. And it's not, I don't regret anything. Like I had an amazing time with this person, and like he taught me so much, and I think I taught him a lot too. And you know, that's just life. Like you go through these phases and everything happens for a reason. We found each other for a reason, and we broke up for a reason, and that's just how it goes. And I know that I'll continue to be more and more fine. And I know that there's someone out there who, you know, will really love and appreciate me the way that I know that I deserve, and the way that I've even had before. But again, it just has kind of messed with my head, and I do feel like that has a role in a little bit of this like being absent and just not really knowing the direction of everything. But overall, like I'm so happy. Literally in every other category, I'm so happy. I'm so fulfilled. I'm just so excited for like where my business is hopefully going. And I have a couple more updates, but I'll save it because I'm rambling forever. Basically just like I'm gonna be developing a mini course. Like I want to actually teach kind of a course or a workshop, a live thing online about like probably about manifestation and the law of attraction and like mindset shifting, because that's what I get the most responses from you guys is like on those types of topics. You guys love those topics, and I love those topics. And then another thing is I'm actually hosting a trip to Bali, Indonesia in October, and you guys are invited. So if you guys want to travel with me, I'm gonna be like teaching some workshops. We're gonna travel all over Bali, go to the beach, take a bunch of photos, and just hang out for a week. So I will leave the link to that trip down below if you guys want to look at it. And I'll be sure to try to answer like as many questions as you have about it. And then my last update is that my podcast is about to go through a rebrand. You guys are actually the first people to hear this. I'm actually probably going to be changing the name, and I'm gonna make a whole episode about why. It's something I never thought I was gonna do. I never thought that I'd want to change this name. I loved the name Self-Made CEO. But it turns out that my show is not so much what I thought it was going to be. I love what my show is now, but I thought at the start that it was going to be a lot more businessy, a lot more like business and finance and entrepreneurship and like how to start and grow an online business, like the logistics of it and interviewing a bunch of CEOs. But what it really turned into is it's more about like improving the whole person. It's a lot of mindset. It's still productivity and business tactics, but like not just entrepreneurship. It's a lot of mindset, a lot of wellness, a lot of self-confidence, and like, you know, tactical advice about, I want to talk about things like job interviews and budgeting and real adult like businessy things. But I think that when people search CEO on like Apple Podcasts, they're looking for either interviews with big CEOs or like a podcast that a big CEO runs. And that's just not what my show is. I'm not interviewing CEOs. I'm not like sometimes I'm talking about how businesses started, but mostly it's like the people that I'm interviewing, I'm talking about like an experience that they had in their business, or a downfall, or like an insecurity, or, you know, a struggle, or how they became successful. And so I just don't want to turn people off to the name Self-Made CEO. I don't want them to think that it's something that it's not. I think that I could find a more fitting name for it. So it's kind of a big deal, and it's definitely like a risk. Like, changing the name of something that I've already branded and people already know is a big deal, but I do think it's the time to do it now while it's still like relatively new. And I really think it could help the podcast like blow up even more, because people would really have a better idea of what the show is. So that's exciting. You guys are actually the first people to know that. I haven't talked about it yet, but I'm definitely gonna do podcast episodes like explaining the thought process behind this, and also like letting everyone know obviously what the new name is and all of that, and explaining how I'm going about changing the branding, because I don't want to like lose anyone and I don't want people to get confused. But I think now is the time if I'm ever gonna do it. So that's interesting. I was actually like very shocked at how open I was to doing that. My producers brought it up and I was like, yeah, actually, they're like, don't freak out, but, and I was like, I'm actually kind of down to explore that. So that'll be really interesting, and obviously it's gonna be a lot of work, but I think it could be really worth it. So that's it for this vlog. I am happy to be back. I can't wait to post more, and you guys share these with your friends if you like it. Share my podcast, do whatever. I mean, I just enjoy having you here, and so hopefully you're fine with this way of life. Okay, I'm literally, my leg is asleep. I don't have like a tripod up for my camera right now, so I was holding it at such an awkward angle. I mean, it was on my windowsill, but like, oh my god, my leg just fell asleep. Okay, anyway, I love you guys so much. Subscribe to this channel if you aren't already, and I'll see you guys in my next vlog. Love you. Bye.